Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of 701 Ministries in the Pipeline. I know it's been a little bit since I made a video, and I apologize for that, so I'm trying to get back on task. And I want to share a little bit of why I'm getting back on task with that. Around the house, I've been doing quite a bit of work, and in the garage specifically, been trying to get as much work as I can done on some projects I've been wanting to sure up, to finish up, to get through. And while I was working on that, God kind of gave me an opportunity to reflect on some things in life. When I get creative, when I'm working on things, God and I have a connection in that time, and there's almost a rest in it where I almost hear Him better sometimes in my life when I'm working just on some creative stuff for myself or things that I've been wanting to do, and it's a stress relief, and there's a connection there that I love. And in that time, I oftentimes do a lot of reflection. And a lot of you know that every year I pray. Instead of a New Year's resolution, I pray for God to give me a word of what He maybe has got in store for me this year, what He wants me to work on, what He wants me to look at, what I can kind of see coming. And this year He gave me the word build or rebuild. And I wasn't quite sure what that meant. And so here we are into February of 2021. And so many people are like, oh, I can't wait for 2020 to be over. And here we are in 2021. Well, just because that last number on that date turned over doesn't mean that our problems went away. And so when I was working on stuff, the idea of build and rebuild was kind of the concept and the idea of building a deeper devotion to the Lord. And to do that, you have to reflect. Well, to get a deeper devotion and reflecting on where that's at, you have to reflect on where the holes are, where maybe in your walls you have weak spots and the devil or the enemy or Satan's trying to get in, and he's wreaking havoc in your life. And you have to overcome that. And a lot of people are like, well, I'm not sinning, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. But the fact of the matter is he doesn't have to make you bad. He can just make you ineffective. He can get you to stop doing the work you're doing for the Lord. Look at your life. Reflect on the last 6-8 months. Are you reaching out to people and telling them about Jesus more now than you did a year ago? More now than you did 6 months ago? See, I've been reflecting on that in my life, and there's parts of it that the enemy's got in, and he stopped me from doing some of the things. And so I don't want that to happen anymore. And the great thing is because of the grace of God, we can make the decision to change. We have free will. We just choose. So working in the garage and on a project, I had these. And when I was sitting there in my reflection, it just reminded me of how the devil he clamps down on us. He just gets a hold of us. And he doesn't want to let go. And that's the beauty of these is you can tighten them down and they can hold something for you. The thing is, though, just like the devil, is we can get that to release. And that's what we need to do. We need to take the opportunity to find where he's in our life, where he's got a hold and he's got a grip, and we got to let go of it. We got to get rid of it, and we need to rebuild. We're going to have trouble. I know it's hard, and I know people are discouraged, and I know people are struggling, but the fact of the matter is, are we really surprised? Because we live in a broken world. And so after thinking about where that has, I was like, okay, Lord, what would you have for me in this? And so he put me in in John 16:33. And basically Jesus is talking and says, the world is going to bring trouble to us, but take heart that I have overcome it. So we have to realize if we're doing a work for the Lord, life is going to be hard. If we're going to build up some things like our devotion to Him, we're going to build up a project for Him. If we're going to make a difference in people's lives, we're building up His kingdom and taking ground. You got to realize the enemy's going to come at us too. And he's going to try and make us effective. So take the opportunity, reflect where you are, find out where he's got you shackled, and become unshackled from it. Release that grip that he has on you and get back in the fight. Step back in and do what God's asked you to do. Do that work. And don't stop. I hope you get something out of today's message. Thanks for tuning in. See you down the pipeline.